The hip thrust is one of the more polarizing exercises, and this is typically due to a lack of understanding in execution, programming, and loading the exercise, meaning that it doesn't have to be a barbell. It can be a machine, as in this case with a Nautilus glute drive, that for a large percentage of people is just more comfortable. Also, I'm performing this set in what is called myo-reps fashion, where I do a base set of between 10 and 12 repetitions, leaving a rep or two in reserve, resting approximately 20 seconds. Don't get hung up on the exact number. Then performing a subset of 3 to 4 reps to extend the set, so it's a version of rest pause, but without going to failure. You're actually regulating fatigue as opposed to chasing fatigue. Once again, a pause, a good target is 3 to 4 repetitions on each of the subsets. As far as execution goes with the hip thrust, think of the chin, sternum, and the pelvis being in alignment all the way through. So as the hips come down, notice how the head follows, as opposed to throwing your head back up to create momentum or throwing the hips up to create momentum. You want it to be a consistent rep by rep. This will eliminate the lower back issues that some people have with this exercise. As well, I'm using a load that challenges me in these rep ranges, whereas if I was just trying to move weight, I could add nearly double the weight that's on the machine right now, and that's just a matter of using that as an example of use the load that you can control as opposed to the load that you can move. And keep your weight into your heels as opposed to into the balls of your feet. And notice that the tibia during the set is straight up and down as opposed to forward, which would call on the quadriceps because of the friction that's created into the force plate to do a lot of the work. So you want to make sure you're driving into the heels and getting a slight posterior tilt of the pelvis at the top, as opposed to thinking lumbar extension, it's hip extension at the top. A slight pause at the bottom of the range of motion and at the top. And this is an in-range exercise for the glutes, meaning that you would complement it with a version of an RDL.